rock salt. Sorry on my tongue by default. Static in my teeth, biting back a sigh. Apology reflex, blink of an eye. Lined up saying sorry at the crosswalk. You brush my shoulder, I'm the one that talks. Mouth moves first and my mind asks why. Why am I shrinking every single time? Teacher wrote it in our open palms. Be polite, tattooed into our hearts. You step on my foot, I still rush to explain, like I caused all your weight, all your blame. Is it kindness or a quiet little cage? Sugar on the surface, rust beneath the page. Whole world pushing, we just bow and say it twice. Is this grace or the softest kind of on my tongue. I want power in my pulse, let my anger be sung. We will be stronger than that. Repeat it like a spell. We will be stronger than that. Let the old code melt. thoughts of humankind only end up in conundrum. Where do we begin to manifest our destiny? Screens in our veins, blue code in our breathing. Every choice a maze, every maze still repeating. What is the question? If we're the ones who can rewrite the sun, why do we tremble at what we've already begun? Skyscrapers made of gold. Sky is a screen, flickers green, blue. Billboards preaching by obey, but we're asking what comes after you. Who's gonna care for this place when your statues crack and fade? Today's kings, tomorrow's names on a rusted plaque in the rain. Control neon on our skin. Will we, the misfit dreamers, hack the rot out from within? We'd shut the war rooms down, pull the plugs on every lie. If power makes you crooked, we'll give it all to the mind we write. Portraits fade from the hall if we hand the reins to the circuits. Ooh, will it learn to love it all? New hope, whose hands hold tomorrow's sky? New hope, teach the future how to cry. meteors from space fall upon the earth. We will evolve to a new level. Silver coat dripping from the sky. Every letter lands and my old self's died. Data rain on my open skin. I can hear the future booting up within. Meteor showers writing on my veins. Upgrading my heart, rewiring my brain. Meteor showers burn the past away. I become the storm falling through the gray. I taste static stars on the rooftop wind. City made of glass, breathing me in. Eyes like lenses, scanning every fear. You say step through and you disappear. I've been waiting at the edge of the world for a sign, for a glitch, for a door to curl. Now the sky cracks open in electric blue, and every falling fragment spells your name in view. Slow it down, half-speed heartbeat. Gravity bends under my feet. Download dreams straight to my chest. If this is the end, it feels like progress. Light years loop in a single breath. If this is the end, it's just the next step. Neon cradles, second-hand dreams. They were kids once ripped at the seams. We were all born in random thought, hand-me-down fears and lessons they bought. They try to draw straight lines on a shaking map, raise us in their storms, hoping we wouldn't snap. Now I trace their footsteps on this broken glass, see the younger faces in the things I passed. Logic in the randomness, patterns in the scars they left. They did the best they could with the ghosts on their breath. Logic in the randomness. circlings, empty page, hard things, how to write a song. It's not that difficult. Type one line about your day. What hurt, what heal, or you can say. What music do you like? Be honest when you choose. Maybe it's not dubstep, but that's still you. If you wanna play country, sing dust in no shoes. If you wanna play jazz, let the chords refuse the rules. If you wanna play hip-hop, spit truth and short bursts. Or if you wanna play some Britney, dance like you're is my birth. Just express your thoughts, let them spill, let them fall. Little broken sentences, you don't need them all. How hard to write a song? It's not the gift, just write your thoughts down. What music do you let it in the sound? You can use AI, it is the future now. Late night headphones, city hum, blue glow. You mumble one phrase, watch it start to grow. Maybe it's not dusted, maybe soft and slow. That's okay, that's perfect, only you can know. If you wanna play country, add a twang to your ache. If you wanna play jazz, bend every rule you break. If you wanna play hip-hop, turn your scars into flames. Or if you wanna play some Britney, write glitter on your bang. Just express your thoughts, don't dress them up too clean. Messy little memories make the sharpest scenes. How to write a song? It's not that difficult. Thoughts down. What music do you let it in the sound? You can use AI, it is the future now. Every line's a mirror, every beat's a door. You can use AI to echo even more. Feed it all your secrets, watch them shift and bloom. Future in your pocket, building worlds inside this room. Screams glow, eyes closed. We can't believe, only know. Neon rose printed in our sleep. Every headline telling us what to think. We can't believe, only know what they feed. Every word like a barcode on a dream.
What is to be?
We've only been told what people believe. A lot of bullshit built like a creed. Only the mind can determine the meaning. Meaning only lives in a shifting scene. Only exists in the subjective mindset. And we can only project in the objective. professor speaks. His teeth are titanium, tongue full of peaks, and the drum machine answers in shards. Kick like a riot, clips cut hard. My shadow sinks to a stuttering grid. Every fractured frame shows what I did. The beats fire through, right under my skin. The city of circuits is pulling me in. The beats fire through, I open, I burn. I give it my body, it gives me return. The beats fire through. I'm lost and I'm found. I vanish in pulses, I live in the sound. Ether in my hair, soft blue haze. Billboards flicker, ace in my name. Footsteps echo on chrome and rain. Heart like a siren calling your pain. I breathe in ghosts of 1,000 nights. Data and daydreams fusing in Inhale the error, exhale the fear. Let the ethereal haze manifest here. Skin turns pixel, blood turns code. Every broken promise writes a new mode. I fall through the floor of a glitched out sky. If this is forever, I don't ask why. We all guilty of it. We don't listen, only act on instinct. Like red eyes in the system, finger on the trigger of a thought, heart on airplane mode. Scroll through another siren, let the warnings corrode. Static in the veins, can't feel. Who taught us the mercy's unreal? Every mirror burns a little. Every truth comes brittle. Conscience stays dim. Talking in emojis while the city's caving. Ghosted every promise just to polish our chrome. We upgrade our bodies but the heart stays on Rome. Static in the veins, can't feel. Who taught us the mercy's unreal? Every mirror burns a little. Every truth comes brittle. So I called saying shadows lose their grip? Or are we wired for collision, programmed for the brutal step? coffee in a paper cup. After you at every door, history in the rearview. Still we're reaching for some more. We've seen the teeth of winter. We've heard the sirens cry. Still we leave the porch light on for every stranger passing by. What built Canada? It's a matter of principle. Love for the fellow human is what is right. We are polite because we believe in empathy. It's an example for the world, maybe, or maybe every other nation will not agree. Either way, we will be what we are. An example. Cold streams through the skylines, glass towers in the freezing rain, subways full of soft voices sharing stories, sharing names. Old scars on the concrete, truth carved in another tongue. Different flags in one window, different prayers on one sun. We argue over borders, we battle over land. But when the river's rising, we reach out a steady hand. We built Canada. Still in cedar, copper, cloud, silent tears spoken loud, treaties broken, screens alight. We can still choose to do what's right. Pass it on, pass it down in the silence, in the sound. City maps in my hand, glowing cold on my skin, doorways calling my name, but I keep drifting in. Suitcase under the bed again, never stays there for long. Coffee cools on a stranger's porch. I'm already gone. Postcards in a rubber band, names I barely recall. Every room is a waiting room, never ceiling, same shoes by the door, same sun on the same old floor. If I listen close through the engine's drone, maybe that quiet voice is guiding me home. Young notes on the window, mind maps drawn in the steam. I'm quiet in the corners, but blazing in my sleep. I forget what day